Bryfry's Cool Tracks, episode 10. The album is City to City by Gerry Rafferty. The song is Right Down the Line. I have my top 5, deserted island, records. This would be one of them. I know it's an unusual pick for most people, but this album defined a very, very specific time in my life, and I absolutely fell in love with it. The big hit off of this is Baker Street, and City to City, obviously the title track as well. And this one was also a minor hit for him as well. But Baker Street, everybody knows, has the quintessential saxophone, solo in it and so forth. But Gerry Rafferty, formerly of Steelers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You, he did that with Gerry Rafferty. But this album was, again, there isn't a bad track on this entire album. All of it was brilliantly written, really, really well recorded, just tastefully done in all the musicians' parts. It's if you were to look at the list of musicians that played on this album, it's literally a who's who of mostly of British, English musicians, listen to the bass line in this particular song. It's got this, it's super cool, bass line. It seems really simple, but it fits perfectly. It's Gary Taylor on the bass, and Henry Spinetti on the drums, and Spinetti, again, another great player. Played with Clapton and Dylan and McCarthy and Harrison and Joan Armatrading, Leo Sayer. I mean, you name it. He played with a ton of people. B.J. Cole was the pedal steel player. Again, he played with so many different people. He was hired. He was like one of the guys you would hire if you wanted pedal steel in your album. Back in the day, this is the guy you hired, and I mean, Elton John, whatever. I mean, he played with so many different people, and again, his resume is just massive. So he's got some really, really talented, amazing players. Hugh Burns on the lead guitar. Gerry was. I'm sure he played lead, but he was more of an acoustic guy. He played the acoustic guitar mostly. He probably is a songwriter and that sort of thing. But again, one of those albums that I will always listen to and never be tired of it. I will sometimes skip over Baker Street because I've heard it 100 million times because it's on the radio. If I don't really listen to the radio, but it's been on radio, and it still shows up from time to time. And it's a great song, but there's so much else on this particular album. That's The Ark is a great song. Again, so much great talent on this album. So here we go. So great. Isn't that steel? There's a reason why they hired guys like this. So tasteful.
You know I need your love. You got that hold over me. Long as I got your love, you know that I'll never leave.
Just enough reverb
When
on
I wanted you to share my life, I had no doubt in my mind. And it's been you, woman, right down the line. I know how much I lean on you, only you can see.
Certainly not a flashy good drum part, but
Changes that have been true have left a mark on me. You've been as constant as another
perfect
star,
timekeeping.
the brightest light that shines.
that bass line.
Every day I'm loving you so much more, 'cause you believed in me
So smooth.
through my darkest night. But something better inside of me, you brought me into the light. Threw away all those crazy dreams, I put them all behind, and it was you, woman, right down the line. Just wanna
Beautiful.
say this is my way of telling you.
I love how the piano just jumps right in there.
Never say before. Yeah, this is my way of telling you that every day I'm loving you so much more. If I should doubt myself, if I'm losing ground, I won't turn to someone else. They don't let me down. Wait, I wanted you to shape my life. I had no doubt in my mind, and it's been you, woman, right down the line.
I mean, he could have chose a guitar solo or something, but he did it vocally. So cool. I like how the piano is like bang, bang, bang. It's just kind of emphasizing. Such a great song. Such a great album. Gerry Rafferty's City to City will not disappoint. You will love every track. It is so well written, so well done. Again, this is all in a time, the late 70s for me, it was my formative years, and there were so many great albums coming out in this 1978, and so I mean, you're gonna find me. I hang around there a lot because of the albums and the music that was produced around that time, and it still just holds, its value to 40 something years later today, and you still hear these songs being played, and that's how timeless some of this stuff is. And another 50 years from now, you'll still hear Baker Street. I mean, that's that good of a song. And again, this album is awesome. Gerry Rafferty, check it out.